So what to expect during this upcoming new moon in the sign of Leo on the 16th of August 2023. I will talk about it in this video. Plus, I will discuss each and every single sign. So I recommend you to watch your sun sign and your rising sign. So welcome to my YouTube channel. For everyone who's new, it's really good to see you. My name is Michelle. I'm an intuitive astrologer. I combine my intuition with my knowledge of astrology, and this is how I make my videos as well. So I'm gonna start off with what this new moon means in general, and then I will go to all the signs. So just for you to keep in mind, this is a general reading. I also do private readings. You find my email in the description box below. And yeah, let's start and see what the upcoming new moon means. It's at 23 degrees, so it's kind of fun to check out if you have any natal planets around 23 degrees in Leo. Write in the comments. I want to know if you have any planets there, because that will have another major effect on this new moon, and similarly with Venus retrograde, because this new moon is in conjunction with Venus retrograde, and that means that there will be a lot of I would say old pains coming back regarding your self-expression. We do have Venus retrograde for quite a while in the sign of Leo. It already started on the 22nd of July, and it will stay retrograde until the 3rd of September, okay? So this new moon will emphasize those feelings, okay? So you might feel that well, in the positive sense, let's start with that, you want to bring back old hobbies. Because Leo is all about self-expression. It's about motivation. It's about leadership. And yeah, being fully you, right? It is ruled by the sun. The sun is your identity. It's how you want to be. So how do you want to be? And what is preventing you from truly being yourself? Are you being yourself in your relationships, for example? This might come up during this new moon because it's in conjunction with Venus retrograde. You might hear from an ex from the past, or you might revise your old relationships. You might go back and think, did I handle that correctly? Was I with the right person? What type of people do I attract? In what kind of cycle am I? And what can I do to stop this pattern? Okay, because very often we attract someone that's a mirror of ourselves, or we attract our opposite. So we attract someone that has something that we don't have. So if you don't have a lot of self-confidence and you're super empathetic, which I know a lot of people that watch my YouTube channel have a lot of empathy, and this is how you get trapped in narcissistic relationships, okay? This is how you attract people that are very selfish. So in order to attract the person you would like to have in your life, you're gonna have to change the way you see yourself and change the energies within. So I know that retrogrades are so much feared, but actually this is a great opportunity for self-healing and for self-reflection, because the retrograde literally turns it around and makes you look in the mirror. What can you change that's going to help you in the long term? So when Venus is going direct, you can change the way you see yourself. Love yourself even more than you did before, okay? This Venus is also squaring Uranus, and this is a subject that's quite prominent because we have a strong Uranus presence. Uranus is squaring Venus and this new moon, so both the sun and the moon, and it's trining Mercury, okay? So Uranus is unexpected, so expect the unexpected, I would say. I will tell you for each sign what it would reflect, right? But if we look at Uranus, it's in an earth sign. and it's in Taurus. So this is representing love, this is representing money, this is representing possessions. So you might have to reflect on how much you're really buying. Maybe you're buying too much, maybe you're spending too much. It could also be that you get unexpected I think you say expenditures. Yeah, so maybe you spend too much money, but you have to as well. It could be unexpected bills coming up, but also it means that there could be money coming in unexpectedly. And that's why you never know with Uranus how that's going to reflect upon your life. It could also represent your feelings, right? Because Leo is all about your self-expression, the way you would like the world to see you. And it might be that you have a change of literally heart, a change of heart with Venus retrograde. So maybe you thought being with someone was gonna make you very happy, and now you see that maybe that's not the right person for you. And you might quite abruptly change your mind. But it could also be the other way. Maybe you feel that you have unfinished business with someone, you didn't handle that correctly, and you want to finish off what you have never, what you've never ended. And maybe you want to continue with someone, okay? So there's definitely a tendency to go back to the past to see how your past relationships were, and if there is something that you still have to talk about with someone, or maybe you even want to go back to someone from the past. When Venus is direct, you're gonna see if that's actually gonna keep going, okay? Because then your heart and your desires become more clear. Right now we're just really drawn into the past, especially later in August on the 23rd, Mercury is joining, Uranus is joining, so definitely there's a lot of retrograde energies. It makes you slow, sluggy. It's like you want to get stuff done, but somehow you just can't get it done. It's just very difficult. So don't be too hard on yourself around this time. Take it easy. You deserve some rest. You deserve some time, also by yourself would be really wise. Mercury is in conjunction with Mars, so maybe you want to talk about something with someone, okay? And usually I would say, you know, Mars can also be quite harsh, but maybe it's something that needs to be said and you can't hold back from it any longer, okay? And because it's in Virgo, it's probably you're going to explain it into more details, what you actually mean, what you would like from someone. For example, you would tell like, this is what I need, this is what I want from someone in order to be loved. And you can even have this conversation with yourself. This is what I need to be loved and to be fully fulfilled in life, okay? Because very often we are so much looking at other people. I want them to do this, I want them to do that. But what is your take on this? What can you do to make you happy? And you're gonna have to decide. Okay? So there's a lot of aspects right now. And with Neptune, because Mars is also opposing Neptune, so whatever you're talking about could not be fully understood by the other person, and this could make you mad. So be aware that if they don't fully understand what you're saying, be patient. This month is all about patience, procrastination, going back to the past. What can you improve? Projects from the past, and update what needs to be updated, okay? And it has to benefit you, not in a selfish way, but in a way that you know that you can live with yourself. So I always say stay honest and truthful, so you know you sleep well every night. Then we have Chiron in Aries, and Chiron in Aries has been there for a while. It's also retrograde, and it's really representing the pains we have regarding our own identity, the things that makes us feel very uncomfortable about ourselves, and you know, look at the world. There's so much plastic surgery. And I do think that this is a part of Chiron in Aries, because Aries is your identity. And we don't learn anymore to accept ourselves for the way we are and to really focus on beauty by eating healthy and doing meditation and doing yoga. Because honestly, this is a way to stay very youthful without doing any of those things, okay? You can have a really good skin just by having good food, good thought patterns, good habits. It's gonna change everything, okay? And I know that in some cases people would need to have this change due to certain situations or circumstances, but let's start with loving ourselves just the way we are. And talking about plastic surgery, Venus retrograde is not the best time to do that, okay? I would wait until after September, but if you can't, I would wait until after the 10th of September to do that. And I'm talking about big cosmetic procedures. I'm not talking about a small haircut or a facial treatment, right? Stuff that's very innocent. I'm talking about big changes, like big body changes. So Chiron is trining Venus and this new moon. So again, this is about how can I love myself more. You're gonna self-reflect and see, this is what I deserve, this is what I need, okay? So it could be quite a painful new moon, but it can also really start to reevaluate what it is you need, okay? So I think I'm ready to start with all the signs. So let me get a chart up for the sign of Aries. Alrighty. So this is for everyone with Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising. So my lovely Aries, this new moon will be in your 5th house. So you will have an extra energy of wanting to be creative, maybe picking up an old hobby, doing something that you used to love before and you haven't done that in a while. So think back about something that you loved when you were a child, and you might start to pick up this hobby again. And take your time, okay? This is really a time to enjoy yourself. You might feel a bit lazy when you're in your spare time. It's also a really good time to just take a break and just go and follow your heart, what it is you want to do. With this new moon conjuncting Venus retrograde in the 5th house, you could be going back to old relationships, thinking about ex-lovers. So 5th house doesn't necessarily have to be long-term relationships. They could be people that you used to date. And maybe you have some unfinished business with someone. So it could be that you are contacting them again, or they're contacting you, and you're gonna like round up and talk about stuff that happened. And you even might date this person again if your heart is telling you to. There's never a guarantee of a long-term commitment when it comes to Venus retrograde, unless you have it in your natal chart, or unless you have aspects that indicate you will date someone from the past or from a past life. This is a huge indicator. But in general, it makes you a little bit more confused than usual. Like, what does my heart want? Who do I want? Where do I want to be? So take your time. Mars conjunct Mercury is in your 6th house. So you might have some things you want to talk about in your job, okay? Maybe you're not seeing things as clearly as you think, because Neptune is on the ascendant, Sun, Moon, Rising, depending where's your Aries, right? Especially between 0 and 5 degrees. So first decan Aries, you're gonna really feel a little bit of a confusion. So be aware that maybe it might take some days to see clarity in the situation at your work. But yeah, you feel like there needs to be a conversation, and most likely this could be about money, okay? So we have a strong Uranus aspect, and money could definitely be something that you want to talk about, you are thinking about. It could be that your children need a lot of support when it comes to money. So there could be unexpected expenditures when it comes to your children. Maybe you've been dating a lot and you spend too much money and you're like, oh no, I need to find ways now to earn more money. So be aware that maybe now is not the best time to ask for a raise. I would wait until Venus retrograde is over, or Mercury retrograde. So I would go towards October to ask for a raise, but you know, in the end, it's always up to you. I'm just telling you what the stars are telling me and telling you, okay? They can help you with some tips, because right now people are confused and it will not be so appreciated by management if you would ask for that now, okay? Your own childhood traumas might come back right now, like things that really have hurt you in the past, things that really also made you who you are, okay? So it's coming at peace and coming at terms with what happened. And also there might be a big reflection on your own children, like how do I want to raise my children, if you have children or not, and how do I want them to see me, and what will I do differently from your own parents, okay? And it's also about forgiving them. Let me get you a card. So I'm getting victim consciousness, okay? So these are self-healing cards, and I like to point where it hurts. So where in your life you're experiencing that you are being a victim, where you are maybe going to conclusions too fast without knowing all the details, okay? And we all have this. I definitely have this as well. I sometimes come to conclusions too fast without really seeing the whole story. So make sure you see the whole story before you come to any conclusion. I know that some of you need to hear this. This is because maybe someone in your life hurt you so much that it's gonna be so difficult to trust people. So you're gonna have to trust your own intuition, your own gut feeling that you have very strongly, Aries. You're very, very intuitive. So listen to this intuition that you have. And yeah, it's like, I see that maybe some of you are actually losing hairs or have lost hair because of stress or because of mistrust, or maybe the stress is coming from mistrust. Yeah, I see, maybe buy some flowers for yourself, you know. I hear the song from Miley Cyrus, like, I can buy myself flowers, so maybe you should. Maybe you just should, okay? It's about becoming the person you want to be, and if people reject you, it's their problem. If you know that you're pure and honest and beautiful from the inside, why bother what other people think, okay? This is you. This is who you are, so be your beautiful self, and if you feel there is some improvement needed, then do that, okay? As long as you stay with your heart, because from the heart you only have pure intentions, okay? So that's my message for you, my amazing Aries. If you like this video, this channel, subscribe to it, leave a comment below how this resonates with you. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for your donations, your bookings. I'm super, super, super grateful, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Let's move on to the next sign of Taurus. So Taurus, for you, this new moon in Leo is going to be in your 4th house. And this will really go back to your childhood, to the way you were brought up, okay? So Taurus, you're gonna go back and feel, where did I feel unloved regarding my family? And it could be that some of you are actually spending time with family, and through spending time with your family, you're gonna see that some of your old woundings might come up. Something that made you feel like you couldn't fully express yourself, or something that made you feel little or small. So now you have an opportunity to heal that and to really regenerate this love for yourself. And maybe you can even talk about it with your family members, like, this is what I need from you, this is what I need you to be for me. And if they can't be that, that's okay. Then you know that maybe you're gonna need some distance. You know that you shouldn't have these expectations, because the problem is, if you set these expectations, you're gonna always think that one day they will change, one day this will happen for me, one day they will see my value. And sometimes I have to say, what if they don't? What if they will never? Okay? Then you still have to value yourself, because you are the only person you have that can value yourself. And you will collect people in your life, you will gather your own family that will think of you that way. Okay? So no matter what happens, follow your heart and, you know, see what it is that you feel you lacked in your family situation. Then we have Mercury and Mars in the 5th house. So if you have your own children, maybe you want to have a certain conversation, but it might not be fully clear, okay? It could also be that your friends are telling you something about your child and it's just unclear to you. Is that true? Is that not true? And 5th house is also romance. So this could be a similar situation about someone you're dating. Like, maybe your friends are not fully seeing the whole picture, what is really going on. So they might not give you the best advice, and that might make you a little bit angry. Okay? So Uranus is in the 1st house, and this is all about your identity, Taurus, and you have Jupiter there as well. So your optimism is definitely a lot better than maybe before. You feel that you are ready to take some risk. However, the retrogrades are kind of stopping you from doing that right now. So after September, you will feel more energy. You will feel that you have more energy to move forward and go after the dreams and things that you would like. Chiron is in the 12th house, trining this new moon and Venus retrograde. So once again, we go back to the story of old pains coming up, subconscious. They were stuck in your subconscious and they will be released for you to see them. So don't think that sometimes you're going backwards in life. It's not true. It's just showing you what was already there, what was hidden in your body in order to be released. So let your emotions go if you have to. Yeah. Some of you want to change your looks, or you want to change the way you look. I don't recommend plastic surgery around this time or any big cosmetic changes, but I would wait until Venus retrograde is over and then you can do that. But some of you definitely want a different color of hair maybe, or you want to change something. You want to wear different clothes. But I would wait until Venus retrograde is over just to be safe, okay? Entrapment. So I definitely feel that some of you may be feeling a bit trapped right now. It's like you're not sure what way to go. It could be trapped in your family situation. It could be that maybe your friends are not as supportive as usual. With Saturn in the 11th house, you feel maybe you have no real friends. Nobody's really there for you. Maybe your work is complicated. So it's like on one hand, you have this innate optimism that you know it's going to be okay. but there might be some old wounds coming up that make you feel trapped. Okay, procrastinating. This could have to do with, like, I see the number 8, so maybe some of you have planets in the 8th house as well, and it's like, check your planets there. Maybe they are indicating your cycles, and they can indicate what you're going through right now. Maybe some of you have even Venus there in your natal chart. But I see a time. So Taurus, there's a timing for everything. Okay. I see a cat as well. So some of you have a cat or want a cat, or you believe in, because it's a black cat, so some of you believe in signs, certain signs or bad omens. Like, I have to do this in order to get that. I have to do this in order to get that. But actually, you can see things differently as well. Okay, so change your mindset. That's very important around this time. This is my message for you, my lovely, lovely Taurus. I really want to thank you for your donations, your love, your subscribes to my YouTube channel, your comments. I read all of them, and I super appreciate all that you share. That's really so beautiful. Thank you so much. Let's move on now to the next sign of Gemini. So, Gemini, let's see. For you, this new moon is going to be in your 3rd house, okay? 3rd house is about your communication. This is about your neighbors, short trips, your siblings, and it's in conjunction with Venus retrograde. So definitely some of you might spend some time with your siblings around this time, and there might be some old pains coming up from childhood. So maybe you felt that your siblings were having more benefits than you, or you felt that your sibling maybe not as loving to you as you wish them to be, or that the connection is not as good as you want it to be. And it could also be as innocent as not being able to fully be yourself or express yourself when you're with them. Okay, so these are examples of things that might come up. For some of you, you're gonna take a trip. So you might go and have a trip that maybe to a place where you've been before, a place where you had such a great time that you're like, okay, I want to go back there. Or you're going on a trip to visit your siblings, right? You're going together. Mars is in conjunction with Mercury in your 4th house. So there will definitely be some communication with your family. This could be related to your work situation as well. So maybe there's going to be some type of uncomfortable situation. It could be that right now your work situation is a bit unclear. You're not 100% sure if this is the work you want to do. And with Saturn in the 10th house, like some of you are going through a phase where you're going to have to work really hard. And it could make you feel a bit uncomfortable. But I feel that if you ask for advice from your family right now, they maybe not see the picture completely clear, or maybe the way you tell them it's not what it actually is about because of Neptune. It's foggy. Okay, Jupiter in your 12th house together with Uranus is bringing, for some of you, definitely spiritual experiences. This is a great time to meditate. We have so many retrogrades, so slowing down is absolutely such a good thing. I feel like breathing. Like some of you need to take a breather, come back to yourself, and really rethink what it is that you want to do with your life. Yeah. Sorry, my nose is a little bit blocked. But yeah, I'm like, I need peace. Like some of you really need some peace right now, some rethinking. And with Chiron there gonna be some communication with some friends. Maybe you're talking with your friends, and that can bring you a lot of healing. Because some of you, Gemini, you have been there for a lot of friends lately. It feels like you're overextending yourself to help other people. And now it's kind of time that you talk to them. Like sometimes you are like, no, it's fine, I will deal with it myself. But it can be very healing to let other people help you in a situation. It might be that you actually talk with your siblings about your friendships, okay, to give you a different perspective. So it could be either or. There could be some insomnia for some of you, Gemini, with Uranus there. It's squaring the third house, so some conversations or things might be going in your mind, and it will be very difficult for you to sleep. So I would suggest to do meditation, like I said, hypnosis, to really come back to yourself. Let me get you a self-healing card. The Phoenix Rising. So what does this mean? Sometimes you have to go low to see the underworld and to transform it to go to the light. How can you remove the uncomfortable feelings from your body? Is by facing them, by seeing them. And this is your Pluto in the 8th house that has been there for quite some time. You have been shredding skin. You have been really going through this massive transformation. And this brought you closer to self-knowledge. So keep having faith, my lovely Geminis. You need some time in nature for some of you. Really go back to nature. I feel that it could be that some of you have seen a lot of clouds in your life, so you didn't see the good stuff. So maybe make a list of really good things in your life that are happening so you can change your perspective, okay? I'm getting hole in the soul. So this sounds like a very harsh card, right? But it simply is that you allow the negativity maybe to get the overhand. And if you start seeing the small things that you like, you will go back and change your energies, okay? That's not easy. It's not a simple process, but one by one, step by step, that's gonna take you to where you need to be. So that's my message for you, my lovely Gemini. Thank you so much for watching. I super appreciate your donations. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos, and leave a comment below how this resonates with you or what is going on in your life. I always read all the comments, so I super appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's move on to the next sign of Cancer. For you, Cancer, we have this new moon in Leo in your second house. And the second house is all about possessions. It's about your money. And because it's in Leo, for you, it's very important to make money with a job that makes you express yourself. Very important. So if you don't find ways to express yourself, Cancer, you might be feeling a lack of self-value. So a lot of you value yourself by the way you express. And this is indicated by Leo in the second house. And with Venus retrograde, you're going back and see what you deserve. Do you feel like you're getting paid too little for all the things that you're doing? So maybe you feel that in your job, you're not appreciated enough. You're not earning enough, and you're finding new ways of doing so. And sometimes you have to go back and see, where did this mindset came from that I have to lower my standards in order to get what I want. So you have to think about how high you're gonna set your standards, Cancer. With Chiron in the 10th house, you feel that you need to overextend and overdo in order to get something, in order to get money. Like you need to show the world how hard you work, and being so humble that nobody notices, okay? Still, you have Jupiter in the 11th house, so you do have a great timing for networking, but I would say that more applies after Venus retrograde, after Mercury retrograde, which will be end of September, okay? Venus retrograde will end 3rd of September, but we're still gonna have Mercury retrograde, okay? Yeah. So you will definitely go back in time and see how your way of making money, of how much you buy, are you spending too much? Are you spending too little? Okay, this is going to come back to you. So if you feel like you're having money issues, make a budget and look at what you've spent in the past. How do you treat money? How can you improve the way you see money? Okay, we have Mercury in conjunction with Mars in the 3rd house, and it's opposing Neptune. So there might be some miscommunication happening if you're going on a trip. Maybe you are communicating and some things have delays and you get angry and you're like, what is going on here? Or you could be going on a trip with someone that's not willing to make any planning. And you're like, I want to plan this trip. I want to know where I'm going. I want to plan what I'm going to see. This might as well be even a trip you're taking with a sibling. That's just gonna be a little bit foggy, okay? Letting go. So your message for this new moon, my lovely Cancer, is just to let go for a moment. Let it go, let it flow, and I would say your money situation will get better, right? Because Venus will station direct again. So now is the time to just reevaluate what you need. But ask for a raise during Venus retrograde is not the best unless you have it in your chart, okay? Unless you have Venus retrograde in your natal chart. I'm getting temptation. So you might be tempted with different offers. You might be tempted with some materials or people wanting to lend you money, like friends, because Uranus is in the 11th house. Or maybe friends, you want to lend money to friends or loan money to friends. And it's not a good idea right now because Venus retrograde is squaring Uranus in the 11th house. So it's like you might not see your money back, or people are not as honest with money right now, okay? So be very much aware. So the temptation of big promises, I will do this, I'm gonna do that, might not actually be true. So be very much aware who you're dealing with, okay? Even though it's a good friend, sometimes, you know, people don't give it back or not able to give it back, okay? They just need it in the moment. I see like a self-reflection happening. Like you need some type of integration between your masculine energy and your feminine energy. Like some of you are very much now in your masculine. You're trying to get things done and it's just not working right now. Maybe it's time to let go and surrender. Let go and surrender for a bit, okay? So that's my message for you, my amazing Cancers. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below how this resonates with you, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you for your donations, by the way, super, super appreciated. Your comments, your subscribes, your likes, and I read all the comments, by the way, so I would love to hear from you, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much, Cancer. Let's move on now to the sign of Leo. So my lovely Leos, I want to say happy birthday to all my lovely August Leos. Let me know if it's your birthday this month. This new moon is gonna highly affect you, especially if your birthday is on the 16th of August, right? I actually have a friend whose birthday is on the 16th of August. So yeah, that's gonna be a big indication of a new beginning, okay? A new start. And this new moon is in conjunction with Venus retrograde. And Venus retrograde is in your sign. So Leo, you're highly impacted by this, okay? So at 23 degrees, this new moon is. So check if you have any natal planets around these 23 degrees. So 5 degrees more or 5 degrees less. So this is a fun puzzle to check out what type of influence this new moon has on your own natal chart, okay? But this is in your first house of identity. So a lot of you are definitely looking at yourself, and this is about looks, right? It's about, am I happy with my identity? Am I happy with my body? Do I need to lose more weight? So some insecurities might come up regarding your body, so your weight, the way you look. This is not a great time to make massive changes to your looks, okay? I cannot recommend anyone to do any plastic surgery around this time. No massive cosmetic procedures. So you go to the hairdresser, you cut a bit of your hair, that's fine, or you go a facial, pedicure, that's all fine. But I'm just talking about major changes to your appearance is not recommended, because right now the insecurities might come up and you might regret it later. Okay, so I would wait until after the 3rd of September, and I would even wait longer than that. Like I would wait until the end of September to really make a decision for yourself if that's something you really want, because Venus retrograde just brings up all these insecurities, also about your identity. Maybe you feel that if you express yourself fully as you are, people won't accept you. And this is of course not true, but these old woundings, these old pains might come up. So for some of you, if you were bullied when you were younger, this might come up. You might feel that people are laughing at you again or not taking you seriously. And you can change this dynamic by becoming detached from what people think about who you are and who you look, what you look like, who you look. So everybody mirrors this, how you feel about yourself. And sometimes people just have a bad day and it has nothing to do with you, okay? So definitely there's a lot of reflection on how you can love yourself more, how you can embrace the way you look. And if you want to make changes, do it by healthy food right now, do some sports, but not intensively, okay? This is a time to not be too hard on yourself, because there's too many retrogrades to push forward and to get things done, right? And a lot of you, you know, your career situation is in a great place, or will be soon if it hasn't happened already. Check in your natal chart, because Jupiter in your 10th house can bring you a great career, okay? But it might be a bit sloggy right now, because there's so many retrogrades that people are just gonna be, it's gonna slow down, and it might not go the way you want to right now 100%. Uranus is also in your 10th house, and it's squaring this new moon and Venus. So there might be some insecurities coming up, like I have this amazing job and I just don't know if I can do this, if I'm good enough. So this lack of self-esteem and self-confidence might come up, and see this as a beautiful opportunity to do some affirmations, to love yourself even more. It's okay that I feel this way. It's okay that right now I feel insecure, and I'm gonna just, you know, I'm gonna do the best I can right now, because the planets are so slow, so it's really hard to be very go-getting, okay? If you're an early degree Leo rising, you're gonna have Pluto very close to your descendant, and this might bring some power struggles in a relationship, okay? So we already have Venus retrograde, and if you are between 0 and 5 degree Leo rising, you might feel that your relationships start to have a little bit of tension. Make sure you have strong boundaries, and make sure you're not dominating the other person either, okay? So there might be conversations of jealousy from the other person or from you, and this might be a little bit confusing. And this can also come up because Venus retrograde really detaches you from relationships right now. You're like, I need to focus on myself, There is some issues coming up regarding self-love. So how can you love someone else if you don't love you fully in the moment? Okay? It's a time to self-reflect. Time to self-reflect. Some of you will go on a holiday and this will be very, very healing. Okay? This will really, if you are like going away, it will give you a new perspective on how to see the situation with yourself and with others. Make sure that right now don't do any type of money investment. We have Mercury and Mars in conjunction opposing Neptune. So the offers might be a bit foggy, okay? Getting patience. Such a beautiful card, right? To get after what we discussed. That right now it's to take it easy. Have patience with others and yourself, okay? So I'm getting these sexual arts. I don't know. I don't want to make this an 18+ video, but I feel like you're gonna have to explore what it is that you need from someone else regarding 18+ situations between the sheets, okay? And also rejection. So there might have been situations where you don't feel sexy enough, you don't feel like you're beautiful enough, you're handsome enough, and there's just this fear of rejection coming up, okay? This is just temporarily, okay? Don't think this stays with you for a long time. This is temporarily. So give yourself love, time, dedication, and a lot of patience with yourself. Okay, I'm getting date and a cup of coffee. So some of you are gonna have a cup of coffee with an ex and you need to talk about something. Maybe you need to round something up, okay? If you do have placements of past life indications, right? Like Venus retrograde, Venus with South Node, Venus in the 12th house, you might meet someone new and this could be something for the long term, okay? That was my message for you, my amazing Leos. I'm so appreciative of you. You are my most viewers. Thank you so much. Like, I really, really, really appreciate you. And I wish you so much luck and so much happiness with your birthday. Make sure to do a wish on your birthday. It's the best time to manifest. And today I'm filming this on the 8/8 portal. So I'm sending you all my blessings so you can manifest your dream life, Leo. I'm so appreciative of you and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Let's move on to the next sign of Virgo. Okay. Virgo. I can feel the fear through the screen, you know? I'm like, Virgo has a lot of planets in the 12th house. Yes, you do. But my channel is about positivity and making the best out of everything, right? Making the best out of the toughest situations. And I'm getting a lot of people with, you know, very traumatic life experiences. And with my whole heart, I'm here to get you through certain situations, okay? So your new moon in Leo will be in the 12th house and it's conjuncting Venus. So a lot of you Virgos are really confronted with past love and even past life love hurt, okay? And this is very unconscious because you're like, where is this heart pain coming from? I'm feeling uncomfortable. I can't see the love for myself right now. And you can only right now feel it through meditation, through maybe your dreams. When you're dreaming, you might get a lot of messages around this time. So write down your dreams. Super important. I'm a Virgo. I'm getting massive dreams lately. It's crazy. It's like a whole storyline is happening. I'm having whole lifetimes in my sleep. So make sure to write it down. And it might be a message for later or actually for right now in the moment. So meditation, yoga, take some rest, take some time alone. It's 100% okay. For some of you, you're going on a trip. You have Jupiter in the 9th house. So It's the best time to take a trip and to just enjoy your own company. And if you're going on a trip with someone else, that doesn't matter. Just explain to them that you need some time by yourself. There is a whole thing where you're gonna get your subconscious feelings that were stuck about past relationships might come up right now, okay? Maybe you were betrayed before, you were rejected, and these feelings are coming up. These feelings are coming back to you. And now is the time to heal them and to really be so sweet to yourself, okay? You have Saturn in the 7th house, so for you, it's very important to have super good commitment. So now is the time to see if someone is sticking by your side, even though you're going through something. Even though if you right now need to reevaluate or need some time, more time by yourself, you can tell someone like, hey, I just need some time by myself, but I'm not leaving you. I'm not leaving you. I'm still here. Yeah? Mercury and Mars are in your 1st house, so you do get, it's not like you don't have energy. You do have energy. It's just that right now your romantic relationships are foggy. Like Neptune is in the 7th house retrograde. It's opposing Mars and Mercury in the 1st house. So it's like you don't see your partner very clearly. And if you're single, it's like, what actually happened in my relationship? Like you're trying to grasp information, and the only way to get it is through your subconscious, right? Maybe you can do a hypnosis with someone or do a past life regression. This is the best time to do that. Okay, cards are dropping on the floor. I'm getting family and tribe. So it's almost like it's not your own family. I feel this is your soul tribe. They will understand what you're going through right now. It's like, I see that you will get a lot of power and strength from the situation that is happening right now. Because I see this tiger. It's almost like that will be your totem animal to move forward, to not give up. You're getting ready for your birthday, Virgo. Yeah. I'm seeing this spiritual awakening, almost like this super duper awareness. I feel this month can give you so many insights about yourself. It's ridiculous. It's like, I never saw it that way. It's like the universe is going to give you a lot of answers. So if you're going on a spiritual retreat this month, beautiful. It's a beautiful time to do that. This is a month of self-awareness, becoming aware, especially up until the 23rd of August, right? Leo season is in your 12th house. Yeah. And then I got hole in the soul. So this is a scary card, I know, but it means literally you're going places where it hurts. Where is your pain? You're going to open up old wounds to heal it. And you're brave enough to do it this month, Virgo. Right? Home. You're going to have to find the place within yourself that feels like home. Your body needs to feel like home. This could also have to do with your own home situation. Where did I feel sad? And this person is writing, right? It's in a paper. So write down your feelings. Journal. It's like being your own best friend right now. You need to be your own best friend, Virgo. Yeah. Blue. I'm seeing blue. So talk to yourself. Don't shove it away. Like sometimes you are trying to hold it in and you don't want to be a burden on other people. So write it on a paper and give it a lot of love, okay? You're allowed to feel sad sometimes. You're allowed to feel pain sometimes, okay? You're not perfect. I know we want to be perfect, right? As a Virgo, it's like, I want to be as perfect as possible. And the moment I'm doing something stupid, it's like, I can really be with that in my mind for quite some time, you know. And I'm a Leo Virgo cusp, so yes, I'm going between those two signs. So sometimes I'm too much center of attention, and later I'm like, oh my god, what did I just do? Why did I say that? Why did I do that? You know. Let me know if you're also a Leo Virgo cusp. It's very, or if you have fire in your chart and Virgo, it's like you're in this two extremes. You're like, why do I do this? Why did I say that? But it's quite funny, you know. Nobody's perfect. Nobody. So thank you, Virgo, for your love, your support, your donations. That's so kind. And also leave a message and a comment below how you're feeling, what you're going through. You know, I'm sharing my story. I love to hear from you as well. How do you feel during this month of August? Okay? And subscribe to my channel if you want to see many more videos. You're helping me as well with my channel. So thank you so much. Let's move on to the next sign of Libra. So Libra, for you, this new moon in Leo is going to be in your 11th house. Did I say 12th house? 11th house. So this is all about, oh, hey, sweetie. You want to cuddle? Oh, like Libra. My cat is supporting you right now. She wants to give love. Yes. So I'm taking this in a literal sense because love and support is what you feel you need during the month of August. So maybe you're looking for support from your friends. Some of you are reconnecting with old friends as well. With Venus retrograde, you're going back into contact with an old friend and healing this friendship. Or maybe not. Maybe you just need to talk about some unfinished business, something that's been bothering you. And you know, when Venus stations direct, you can always decide, is this a friendship I want to continue with? Yes or no? That will be more clear when this retrograde is over, okay? So be with your friends, but don't overdo it because Mars is in your 12th house, okay? Mars is in Virgo and it's conjuncting Mercury, opposing Neptune. So be aware what you say behind the scenes at work. Or maybe you have to deal with gossip at work as well. So it's like people might say something about you or you might say something about others. Be very careful right now, okay? Because you might not see the whole situation very clear. Neptune is in the 6th house. Brings a foggy situation, something that's unclear. And Mercury and Mars are in the 12th house, so people are not understanding you well. What you're saying right now is not being taken very lightly. So I would say keep deep conversations for later. And Mercury is already in a shadow period because on the 23rd of August, it will station retrograde. So it's already in the shadow period. It's in your 12th house, you know. As an astrologer, I have to tell you the truth, so I prefer to let you know that right now it's not a time for deep conversations at work or complaints or gossip. Try to keep it low maintenance at this time, okay? Yeah, even my nose starts to run. Chiron in the 7th house is also trining your new moon and Venus retrograde. So it's almost like your friends are helping you with maybe a breakup or helping you with your current relationship. Maybe you're starting to doubt, is my partner for me? Is it not? Should I continue with this person? Or after your breakup, they are helping you heal yourself and, you know, bringing you back to who you are. Maybe you've lost yourself in a relationship. Or maybe you are losing yourself in a relationship, okay? And if you're still together, it might be that your partner needs more help from you. And You just have to be aware that you're not losing yourself in helping just your partner, and that you don't count yourself. So it's a great time to find balance between spending it with friends and resting, being with the community, being with your tribe, okay? Very important right now. Uranus is in the 8th house and it's squaring this new moon, so it's not a great time to lend or to loan money to friends, okay? I wouldn't do that, or any investment, any people who want to invest in something you're doing. Right now, it's not a great time, unless you have Venus retrograde in your chart, but still, there's a square between Uranus and this new moon, so it's not the best placement. Okay, I'm getting soulmate. So some of you are coming back to a soulmate, especially if you have Venus retrograde in your chart. Some of you are with your soulmate, but your partner is distant. You see, your partner is distant. It's like, what's going on? Like, is he or she still in love with me? This is due to Venus retrograde, okay? People deal with that differently. People need to come back to themselves and see what they really need and what they really want. Yeah. It can bring you some sadness. It can bring you some sadness, okay? But for a lot of you, there is definitely someone or love on the horizon. Inner child. So this, some of you want to have children, but it's not going as fast as you would like. Or maybe you don't want children, but there's a lot of questions about kids. Do I want kids or not? And if you have them, are you in great connection with them? Maybe you have to reconnect with them. Maybe your child feels sadness, wants to see more of you, because you've been very focused on your relationships. Phoenix rising. It's like, Libra, you're going through this massive transformation right now. And Jupiter is helping you break the cycles, because Jupiter is in your 8th house. So you're definitely breaking a lot of cycles, breaking the chains of karma. Okay, you're gonna see your relationships from a different perspective. It's very important right now. And also your kids, right? Oh, yes, sweetie. You're so cute. Okay, well, that's my message for you, my lovely Libras. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below how this resonates with you. I'm so appreciative of your donations, your love, your support, and I'm wishing you all the best in your situation, in your relationship situation. Hang in there. I'm here for you in my videos. I help you get through it. That's my mission, and I'm sending you so much love from my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Libra. Let's move on to the next sign of Scorpio. So, my lovely Scorpios, this new moon will be in your 10th house, okay? 10th house is about career. It's about your true purpose. It's about following your heart when it comes to your career. But this new moon is in conjunction with Venus retrograde. So some of you are doubting about your career. Is this the right path for me? Is this what I'm supposed to do? You're feeling a little bit lost when it comes to your career. As before, you were very certain, this is what I want to do. But right now it's like, is this really what I want? Is this suiting me? My recommendation to you, Scorpio, is that you right now not make any rushed decisions, okay? It could be that you are going back to an old job or getting an offer from a previous company that you worked in. Maybe you moved jobs and now you're like, yeah, I'm not sure if this new company is what I'm looking for, okay? Or you might be in contact with an old client and this client wants to come back. There's some unfinished business there. Yeah. And Venus retrograde is squaring Uranus in the 7th house. So this could also be a business partnership. Maybe there is a change of heart. Maybe you're going to break with the business partnership. Maybe it's not what you're looking for. There's just a lot of doubts. Jupiter's in your 7th house. So you do have a lucky year when it comes to, well, this year and beginning of next year. It's very lucky time for love. However, with Venus retrograde, it is not the best time to meet someone new. So this is for my single Scorpios. Unless you have Venus retrograde in your natal chart, you have Venus conjunct South Node or Venus in the 12th house, okay? This means that you could reconnect with someone from the past, but you always have to wait until after Venus retrograde to see if this is a lasting commitment, okay? Some of you have Saturn in the, most of you have Saturn in the 5th house, okay? Well, it depends on where you're located, where you were born, but this might bring a hard work in your romance situation. Maybe you're pregnant and it's like the romance is just a little bit less present. It could be that your partner is distancing from you because of Venus retrograde. People tend to go inwards, be a little bit confused, don't know what they want. It's like going from yes to no to yes to no, okay? So this can be quite confusing. So wait until this period is over. There's so many retrogrades. It slows you down. And with Chiron in the 6th house, a lot of you are struggling with your day-to-day life, right? Waking up on time, going to work. Like, it could even be that a lot of you are overly giving yourself in your job. It's just a very painful situation and you really have to be careful with your health, okay? So if you work too much, it could be that your health will be affected. And this could represent themselves in heat flashes because it's in Aries. 6th house in Aries is about heat. It's about anger. It's about burnout. Sorry, guys. My nose is like a little bit stuffed. Okay. Hole in the soul. This period will represent to you what you feel is lacking. So when it comes to your career, you might feel this uncomfortable feelings like, this is what I'm lacking. This feels uncomfortable. I should be better. Scorpio, you're a true perfectionist. You love to do well in your job. And when you're not doing as well, and maybe having some criticism is really painful. So look at where this is coming from. I'm also getting temptation. So there might be someone from the past or even like maybe someone you used to work with coming back, bringing some type of temptation. Yeah. It's like someone is trying to have your attention. I see someone like grabbing your energy. Just make sure this person comes in correct. Or is it someone that just wants to take your energy? I'm hearing energy vampire, okay? Mercury is in conjunction with Mars in the 11th house of friendships. So there might be a confusing situation, like you are dating someone and maybe there will be some argument with your friends or they're trying to give you some type of dating advice and it's just confusing. It makes things worse. So maybe don't share too much with your friends around this time, okay? Keep it to yourself. Ooh. It's hard to grab and shuffle the cards when you have this little baby on your lap. Oh, she's such a cuddler. Yeah. This is true love. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna put her down again. So, pay attention to the signs, okay? So you're getting a lot of signs, Scorpio, on what you need to do, where to go next. And look at this owl in the back. It's like wisdom. So listen to your inner wisdom as well. It's like you're one of the wisest signs, you know. You are someone that can see through the ugliness, that can see people's also bad intentions, right? Like, you may be sometimes pessimistic, but that's because you see the reality of the situation. You're the realistic sign. You're just gonna cut through the bullshit, okay? You're not gonna be like, let's just forget about it and ignore everything. You're like, no. Let's go to the bottom of this, okay? Generosity, sow seeds of kindness, okay? So maybe this is a time, and I feel generosity, especially towards yourself. The right timing will come. The right timing for work, the right timing for love, it will all come together. Just hang in there. This period is confusing. It gives mixed signals. So just hang in there until time passes, okay? That's my message for you, my lovely Scorpio. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below how this resonates with you. I would love to hear from you. I read all the messages, and I would love to hear from my fellow Scorpios. I'm a Scorpio, moon and rising, so I definitely relate a lot to your stories, and I'm all about transformation, pointing out where it hurts and turning it into the light. That's our mission. Thank you so much. Let's move on to the next sign of Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, for you, this new moon will be in your 9th house. And 9th house is about higher learning. It's about university. It's about traveling. So some of you might have to do some resits when it comes to exams. You have to maybe redo a dissertation or a certain plan for school. This might be very frustrating. You might pick up an old study that you left behind. Venus retrograde is all about unfinished business. This could also be unfinished business with someone overseas, an ex you dated overseas. And you might even revisit a place overseas, okay? Maybe to see this ex, or maybe just to revisit a place that you love, okay? So it's a great time for a holiday and to just rest, okay? There might be some miscommunication happening with your family. Neptune is in your 4th house, and it's opposing Mars and Mercury in the 10th house. So there might be some miscommunication about work. Maybe you're telling them something about work, or your home situation is affecting your work life. Maybe things are unclear. There are certain secrets that are not fully exposed to you, and it's kind of bothering you. So you're like, okay, can I get some type of truth of the situation, like what's happening? Also because you have Saturn in the 4th house, so there is a bit of a coldness when it comes to your family situation. It might be more difficult. Maybe someone crossed over and you need to arrange a lot of things. It's really about feeling this. There's definitely a lot of karma coming up regarding your family, okay? And this might affect your work right now. Even though Jupiter is in the 6th house, and it's backing up your work, but we have a lot of retrogrades. It's slowing things down. It's just, you know, it will become better after some time. And Uranus is squaring the new moon, so maybe you're constantly bothered. You're on a holiday. People constantly ask you to work. It's just an uncomfortable situation. I'm getting self-sabotage. Why do I get this? I feel that some of you are a little bit in a dark place, and this is because of all these confusing planets, okay? So I'm gonna give you a little motivating message, Sagittarius, that you're gonna be totally fine. I'm seeing this feeling of you don't feel good enough to do all of it. Maybe you're having so many things at the same time that's just really hard to do all of it and to see clarity in a situation. It's like maybe you feel like you don't have enough work or enough money or enough confidence. It's like you are almost turning a little bit to the darker side of life. So be aware to stay in the light, my sweet Sagittarius. Go on this holiday and relax. Give yourself some slack. Self-love, okay? Go back to the self-love. This person lost the sense of self-love. So go and meditate or go to a retreat or read podcasts, listen to podcasts of how to love yourself or affirmations or inspirational people. That's going to help you get back to yourself, okay? I'm getting pride. So maybe you didn't feel like you needed the help and now you're feeling so down. So maybe it's time to get this help, to ask for help. Yes, unleash your creativity. So be creative, go for your creativity and really unleash that to heal yourself, right? And you have Chiron in the 5th house, so maybe you felt like you aren't creative, like you can't do it, it's not for you. It's really time to come back to who you are and heal yourself, and you are smart enough and you can do it. It's just the retrogrades confuse you right now, but stay on track, okay? Sometimes if you have kids, you might feel overwhelmed or you feel like you're not romantic enough and your partner is not seeing you the way you would like to. So get back to it, get back to the self-love and the inner beauty. And I see this flower coming out of your heart. So visualize a flower coming out of your heart, full of love, full rays of sunshine, because that's who you are. That's my message for you, my lovely Sagittarius. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below how, I need to sneeze, how this resonates with you. Let go of all the anger, you know, I'm sneezing as a symbolism to release your pains, release what hurts, because you're so beautiful. And know that, okay? Thank you so much. Let's move on to the next sign of Capricorn. So Capricorn, I'm not crying. I was sneezing because I have a little monster on my lap, my cat. And she was cuddling and it's super cute, but now I'm like a little bit allergic. But let's start, Capricorn. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This new moon in Leo is in your 8th house. And 8th house is all about transformation, okay? And this new moon is in conjunction with Venus retrograde. So you're literally shredding skin. You're learning a lot about yourself, about your vulnerability, and maybe what you've missed in relationships previously. Were you really open about yourself? Were you really expressing yourself correctly? Okay, this is time to truly look within and heal that part of you that maybe doesn't want to open up, that feels insecure, that doesn't embrace their sexuality, which is also the 8th house, okay? This is also about your money situation. So you're gonna have to really put an overview of the money. Maybe you need to get some old documents in order. You need to get an inheritance papers, in a will in order, or an insurance. Like something has to be organized, okay? You need to organize your papers before you can move on. So look at the past. What have you settled? Is it all correct? You know, do the accountancy, do the tax stuff to make sure everything is in order. For some of you Capricorns, you're going to sleep with an ex because an ex might be coming back. And 8th house is about, you know, fun, 18 plus stuff. So yeah, it's time to see if this person fits you. If this is someone you really would like to do that with, because you might be tempted, okay? There is some type of temptation happening. And you have Jupiter in the 5th house, so definitely a huge opportunity to meet someone new, to date. Yeah, Chiron in the 4th house is trining the 8th house. So you are learning so much about yourself, the way you grew up. Like, this is a great time to go into therapy and to really dive deep within yourself. What needs healing? Also about my family situation, and was I always completely loved and embraced for the way I am? Yeah. There might be some communication with a sibling that could be like not completely well, like you're cold towards each other, things are not clear, it's like you're not understanding each other. It's very prominent. You might also go on a holiday and there might be some delays when you go because Mercury and Mars are opposing Neptune, okay? So I'm getting wild. So you're definitely exploring your wild side. Have you overdone that in the past, or have you underdone that? Like, what is the right amount of sexuality that you're willing to embrace? Are you free within your own body? Do you feel that you have enough self-love to fully support yourself? Discover your life purpose. So I feel this time is bringing back old pains, old hurt, and it's really bringing you towards a new discovery of what you're here to do, okay? Because we have South Node in Libra in your 10th house, so some of you definitely are letting go of a certain job and you're coming back to your own identity and see what it is that truly suits you, Capricorn. Dreams. What were your dreams? What were you dreaming about as a little boy or a little girl that you wanted to do and that you never did because you were afraid that you couldn't reach those goals? And look at this tiger. It's like maybe you saw all these obstacles on the way. Well, actually, this tiger is not so dangerous. You can just lean on this tiger. And this is why maybe what you thought was impossible is actually very much possible. Rejection. You're so afraid of rejection. And in this new moon, this pain of rejection might come up and it's going to make you uncomfortable, okay? But this is going to help you heal tremendously. It's going to be a huge time for that. So that's my message for you, my lovely Capricorn. Thank you for your donations. That's so kind. It's really beautiful. Also, leave a comment below. I read all the comments. I would love for you to share your story with me. So yeah, I know how you experience these transits and we can build this beautiful community. So thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe. So I know you want to see many more videos. So thank you so much. Let's move on to the next sign of Aquarius. So Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising. So for you, this new moon is in your 7th house of partnerships, business partnerships, romantic partnerships, marriages, right? It's more of a long-term commitment. And if you're single, you still feel this energy as if you are healing yourself, preparing yourself for someone new, okay? But this new moon is in conjunction with Venus retrograde. So definitely you're rethinking your relationship, your current relationship. You're going to compare maybe a lot your current relationship with your previous relationships. It's about a dive into the past. And for a lot of you Aquarius, you will hear from an ex. They will contact you. And there might be some unfinished business, something you need to talk about, some things that were never said that maybe need to be said now, maybe things that you were hiding or they were hiding. You might actually get back with an ex. I wouldn't say that's a very good situation unless you have Venus retrograde in your chart or any indications that you will meet someone from the past, okay? You can be really sure this will work out after Venus will station direct after the 3rd of September. And, you know, if you're still working out after September, it's going to be a good thing. But there's a lot of confusion here, okay? do I want to be with this person? Is this person right for me? What do I need in a relationship? So if you're single, you're also going to think about it. It's for everyone. What do I need from a partner? What is something that is important to me? Okay? Am I overly giving myself to someone? Am I with the wrong partner? What do I value about a potential partner? These questions are gonna come up, and you're gonna, find inspiration to get answers. Your financial situation might be a bit tough. Saturn in your second house makes you work really hard for your finances, and Neptune makes you spend a lot. So, it's very much an indication that maybe not as much money is coming in, or at least a lot of money is going out. Communication is something that needs healing when it comes to your relationships, okay? Because these planets, this new moon and Venus retrograde is trining Chiron. So what is lacking in the communication you have with a partner? Talk about it. Say what you mean. I cannot make this up. This card just came out. Say what you mean, Aquarius. Like, I feel sometimes you're holding back because you don't want to upset people. And I do think that Aquarius is getting a really bad rap, because I hear so many times like Aquarius are distant, they're detached. It's not true. They're very sensitive, okay? You're very sensitive. Overthinking, right? Is afraid to hurt people. That's why you're holding back. But you're definitely thinking about situations. I'm feeling selling out. You're afraid to overly give, overextend, to lose yourself in the situation. Courage. So it requires a lot of courage from you. I feel that there is this tendency that you feel that things can be taken away from you, and maybe you're afraid to lose someone or something. Yeah. How teachable are you? So you might be in a pattern when it comes to relationships that really upsets you. Like, I'm in the same place again. How is this possible? So there could be, embrace these feelings, because they're going to help you heal. And only when you feel, sorry, the cards are on the ground. Only when you really feel the pain, you can heal it. Because if you're not upset about it, you just leave it the way it is, and things will keep happening the same way. So now you're like, I'm gonna do things differently. I'm not gonna overly extend myself to please others. I'm gonna be fully me. I'm gonna embrace myself. And that's my message for you, my amazing Aquarius. I'm sending you so much love, and I'm really appreciative of your donations. That's so kind. Thank you so much. Also, if you want to see more videos, subscribe to my channel and leave a comment how this resonates with you. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much. Let's move on to the next sign of Pisces. So for you, Pisces, this new moon in Leo is in your 6th house. And this is all about your routines. This is about your day-to-day work. There might be some doubts about the job you're in. So you might be thinking, is this really the job I see myself doing on the long term? Maybe you feel that you're not earning enough, that maybe for what you do, you're not getting enough recognition or money, and you would like people to see you a little bit more. So these insecurities of not being seen, not being appreciated might come up right now. Okay, Chiron in the 2nd house is really bringing painful situation regarding money. It's like you feel that you are paying a lot or not enough money is coming in, and this makes you doubt, like, do I need a different job where I earn more? Do I need to get an extra job? Like, what exactly should I do? And a lot of people right now are doubting, right? With all these retrogrades, it's not a time to work a lot or to overextend. It's a beautiful time to take a break. You have Jupiter in the 3rd house. Maybe you like to spend some time with your siblings. But I feel that if you ask them for information or you ask them for advice, that's a better way to say it, for advice about your job, it might not be the best advice, because Uranus is squaring this new moon. It's unexpected, it makes you change your mind, and right now it's not a time to make rushed decisions. Saturn in the first house is bringing a lot of responsibilities to you, so some of you are quite tired, you really need this break. You feel like you work a lot and you get very little affirmation. But I'm gonna tell you, Pisces, this will come after the retrogrades are over. So just hang in there a little bit longer, okay? Take a break if you can. Also, Mars and Mercury are in your 7th house opposing Neptune in your 1st house. So there is some confusion when it comes to a relationship. It's like you don't really see this person very clear. The communication might not be very clear. It's like you are not getting a good image of this person. Yeah. It's no time to make sudden decisions. Even though you have a change of heart, you might regret it later, okay? And when I'm talking about the heart, Pisces, it's a very important time to do a checkup if you feel your heart is not beating correctly, because Venus retrograde in the 6th house might cause some health problems. You might deal with hyperventilation, stress, okay? So make sure that you treat yourself accordingly. You can also do some alternative therapies to calm down and to, I feel like some of you are having a lot of pressure right now, like, yeah, and it might go on your chest or your heart. So if you need to go to the doctor, go to the doctor, okay? I'm getting procrastination. So there's definitely a little bit of procrastination and you're very frustrated about it because you would like things to go a little bit faster. But right now that's just not possible. It's a slow process and it's not time to come to major conclusions, okay? Maybe you're gonna spend some time at home. Home as in with your family, your own family, your mom and dad, or doesn't matter. You need some time to recharge and see the truth for what it is. Because there's some cycles happening. It's like something keeps happening and it's time to break those cycles, okay? Because South Node in Libra is in your 8th house. It's time to break cycles in relationships. Are you keep making the same mistakes? Are you attracted to unavailable people? Are you attracted to the wrong people? Okay, so really think about it. Wow, yeah, maybe you like the temptation of being with someone that's not good for you and you are overly extending yourself and losing yourself in these type of relationships. So these questions might come up, but now it's time, to focus on you and your life purpose. What do you want to do? All these questions are going to be revised, but not acted on. Wait until after September to act on certain situations, okay? So that's my message for you, my amazing Pisces. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel so I know you want to see many more videos. Leave a comment below, share with me what you're going through. I would love to hear from you. I read all the comments. Thank you so much for being here and I hope to see you next time. Thank you.